This episode is called Hired Gun, and I don't really have any clue who that could refer to.
Life. She's crying over our choices.
Oh, that's sad.
I should have killed.
Hawks.
I know I say this like every episode now, but that's so much to put on this kid.
We're teaming up. Together, we'll keep it.
Like, these adults feel... I've said this throughout the series, like, the adults in this series feel very irresponsible, like, using these students for this. Like, in the case of these guys, I guess I somewhat forgive them because they don't really have a choice, like, now that they know that Midoriya has this, like, power that's kind of meant to fight All for One, or I guess has been built up for that purpose.
Anyone else?
And they're going back to their old discriminatory ways.
You want us to let our guards down so you can attack? What were we supposed to think?
Yeah, that's just straight up racism, basically. We had thought this society had gotten over. I know it was a problem in the early times of Hero Society, but like so many people have body morphs now, that is just normal. But you can see when people are put to the true test, all that ugliness comes back out. It's never really gone. It's just hiding itself because, you know, it's not socially acceptable. And that's how racists work. They hide until they think it's okay to be a racist.
Why are you walking?
Wait! Here, take this with you.
He's always moving. Is that Tokyo Tower?
Traveled back in time.
We haven't really seen Tokyo in this series. I feel like they've avoided it on purpose.
We still don't have any idea where they disappeared to.
Yeah, none of the big players have shown up.
Their hands full with the jailbreak. And Mr. Aizawa. I need to master.
And just think, you know, quirks aren't predestined or anything. It's just random chance. Imagine. Now, admittedly, Shimura's family was of interest to All for One to begin with, right? Like, if you had figured that out. But for someone, for him to have just come across Shigaraki, who has legitimately, like, one of the most, like, deadly and destructive quirks that exist, that's such a cruel twist of fate to put that weapon in the hands of All for One.
On you, my heroes.
My heroes.
During the cruelest era, All for One's physical strength was at its old. Were unaware that they were being manipulated.
These
But
two had a
only
bad
they
time.
knew the truth. Together we
had to sacrifice many people. The only thing that mattered to us was winning.
I do. It's why One for All exists. It was born out of my defiance. Willing to reach out.
These two originated the mission, and now they're salty that they were unable to do it. That means they were all working together, and like they only passed it on as a matter of like because they had no other choice. Like, if they were all playing it together, that means the brother passed it on to one of them, because out of desperation, basically. And then the same thing happened to the other guy, when either they felt like they needed it to become stronger, or they were maybe about to die, and then they just pass it on to the next guy. So that means 3 generations of One for All were basically happened like around the same time. So this kind of shortens the timeline a little bit from what I thought. Like, I knew that the One for All users didn't live like full lives, but if they were passing it very quickly sometimes, like these guys, that means a lot less time has probably gone by than I was originally thinking. These guys are hardcore. Like, they mean business.
The stage is set for them.
Right.
It still didn't tell us what their quirks were, though.
As usual, there's nothing connecting these escapees to our actual target.
Hawks' wings still haven't fully grown back.
Able to get some intel by this point.
That's pretty boss.
Don't you ever in front of Craig. Thanks, Headshot.
No
Oh, headshot.
progress, I take it. Mine's fighting back inside One for All. You need a powerful will to overcome them.
Okay.
But
In other words, it also becomes harder to steal the more previous users there are for it. It makes me wonder why All for One was unable to steal it in the early days, when it was just his brother and these two guys.
doesn't it seem like the guy's always laughing?
He straight up, yeah,
Perhaps his heart is just empty.
Found as information.
he really doesn't process emotions like most other people
Trying
do.
to avoid a fight, so let's use that to our advantage.
Night-Eye.
Oh, no. Hired gun.
Crap.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, All Might is so vulnerable.
Then this isn't just
I'll let you keep your
Ah,
powers.
okay.
This sniper was hot.
It's the woman with purple hair. I knew her character design was too unique to not come back. She seemed a little unsure during the jailbreak, though.
Don't move a muscle,
She makes weapons with her body.
and I'll let you keep
Yeah.
your limbs.
Straight up, that's there's some other show that I've seen this ability in, but it's the way it's applied here is pretty cool. How like the guns are coming from her limbs and then she's making the ammo with her hair. That's pretty cool. What a great quirk.
Sniper was hired by.
There's one woman we should be worried about.
Oh, okay.
Is that her?
To track her down as well.
Hmm. She betrayed the Public Safety Bureau, huh?
Decopaths. Run like hell.
Whoa.
Fast as you can.
She's got a great design. Whoa. Her power is wild.
My quirk, Holman, lets me hit any target
Snipe.
I can see within 600 of my business. I'm gonna be sent out to pasture. The secret's in her bullets.
But then she went to jail.
She has the ability to make them putty, which then hardens into her ammunition.
Interesting.
I'm talking curving bullets, hollow points.
Firing rate.
And she fires from the elbow and loads in the hand. That's really great design.
Just now, I can tell the Vader bullets.
It's great that this show can still make me smile just with the character design alone.
The target will see you.
Who's this guy? Oh,
I'm coming, boss.
yeah.
Just hang out and
You just
hear
can't tell it's him because he looks so different now. Why does she care about Overhaul so much?
Him. It's an honor to meet you.
Lady Nagant. Okay. So she's named after the Russian rifle? That's pretty funny.
From UA will set out on his own.
He even knew what Deku
My
was going to
request
do.
is simple. I would like you to, because you once killed a hero, an ally. You also desire the destruction of this failed society.
Who did she
But
kill?
that will never come to pass so long as
Oh,
consider this power an advance.
he has some sort of mind control power. I'm not sure how it works, though.
Nice.
Wait, how's she do that?
I have a mission.
She's like walking on the raindrops or the air. But how's her power let her do that? This is all getting a lot, a lot. Now, I am interested in the fact that Overhaul is being brought back into the game because his power is like not only absurdly dangerous, but absurdly useful, right? Now, he can't use it because the League cut off his hands, but we have seen this whole idea of like quirk awakening where like you break the limits of your quirk, right? So that would be like Toga being able to not only copy the appearance, at first she could only copy the appearance of whose blood she stole, but now she can get their quirk as well. So what I think could happen is Overhaul gets awakened, if you will, is able to use his powers with other parts of his body besides his hand. And then with that, he can rebuild himself. He can do whatever. And there are a lot of different parts, both for the heroes and the villains, where Overhaul's power will be really, really useful. Like, step one, I wonder now, All for One can never let Overhaul use his power on All for One because, like, you can't trust what he's going to do when he touches you. But theoretically, he could fix All for One's original body. Like, stuff like that is not impossible if you have Overhaul on your side. So I wonder where that's going to go because they didn't like bring him along for no reason in the plot. This is a Chekhov's gun, Chekhov's quirk, if you will.